Hey guys, before we start the video, I realized partway through the video that I do talk about my friends and their views on my gameplay a lot and give criticism of their criticism. So I just want to make sure, because I know they're going to watch this video, or at least some of them will. Just want to make sure they understand that I'm not trying to rag on them, I'm not trying to say they're doing anything wrong. I just want them to be more critical of me and my gameplay. So if you take this in any way as far as criticism goes, it's not don't give me criticism, it's give me the worst possible criticism and tear me up as much as you can. Yo, what's up guys? So I wanted to put out this video. I think it's pretty important to understand specifically my frame of mind and probably the frame of mind of many people like me. I was going to do a response video to Sin's response video to my casual video, but it took me so long to get around to it, I think I'm just going to drop it. Essentially, I can go over the quick little footnotes. Let me pull that up. So essentially the quick notes are, he talks about what you do in the moment versus what you do after the fight. And I agree with this, it's very important. You're never going to learn from your macro play in the moment. You'll learn from that from watching and reviewing the play. He talks about my views on restructuring casual. I don't really want to restructure casual. I was talking about a competitive mode that wasn't based around, not really a competitive mode, I guess. More like an elo type mode. Because I know there's a lot of people that like casual the way it is. And then there's the goal of finding matches where it's going to be willing to put you against higher ranked players if there's not enough players around your level. And that's a totally fair evaluation. He talks about secondary accounts, or smurfing as it's called in most games. And this is just a problem in every game, and it's not really an excuse to not play the game, but it is pretty frustrating. Newer players don't want to stick around, and yeah, I agree with him there. Essentially, I think that the biggest reason newer players don't want to stick around is some of the issues I talk about in this video. And this is kind of something that I'm going to go over in this video. He talks about my progression and, how things are going and all that. And that's kind of what this video is about, so I'm not going to go too into that. And then he talks about mechanics I'm not using. Guard canceling is specifically the one he brings up, but I know also he's talked to me about doing reflects. The biggest reason I haven't been doing this is because I don't fully understand defense yet. I have started doing them since that video, but I feel like without a full understanding of defense, I don't actually know what they're used for. And so I'm getting better at that. I've been guard canceling a lot more lately. I've been reflecting a lot more. But it's obviously I'm still getting punished and I'm still losing a lot of games. But anyway, I don't really disagree with what he was saying. It's a really good video. You guys should check it out. I will put it at the end of the video. So these are some fights I had against Glitchy. Glitchy was a fairly high-ranked player in the past and took a break. I really appreciate these games. Because he took that break, it put us around a similar level. Even though he had better game knowledge, he just didn't have the autopilot to push that game knowledge forward because he just hasn't been playing. What I want to talk about today is the idea of improvement, what improvement looks like, and why voicing complaints is important. I keep getting this thing, and this isn't from any one specific person, but being that I'm the last person in my friend group to pick up this game, it seems as though they think that I need to be reassured on my progress, and I appreciate that, but I really don't. I know how good I am, and I know how good I should be because I do training mode to check my progress, I play against Sin to check my progress, I play against my friends to check my progress, and I evaluate my gameplay in a video. It's really helpful to me when my friends give me the feedback on my gameplay. But it's not really helpful when I give myself feedback and the response is, no, you're doing great. I know that I'm doing great for where I'm at. I literally put out a video, why I improved so quickly, blah, blah, blah. The reason I complain, the reason I voice problems that I have, is because I don't want to allow myself to use these as excuses. So when I voice these problems and I voice these complaints, it allows me to take a step back and look at those complaints, and I'm able to analyze what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right. It gives me a better chance and a broader perspective. I think this is true for a lot of people. I think it's really important to say that motivation does not equal confidence. when I go into these games and I talk about things that I'm doing poorly, I talk about how I'm not playing well, I talk about these problems I'm having, a lot of times the response is to try and give me confidence. And it's not so much that I need confidence, I need motivation. I'm motivated to improve, which means I understand why I'm not doing well. So I guess the biggest thing I wanted to go over with criticism and improvement is that it's really, really important to give negative criticism. I notice a lot of times with the people I play with, they don't want to give negative criticism, and I don't think that's just in my friend group. I think that's true of pretty much everyone. But it's not super useful to anyone. If someone's not playing the game right, they're not doing the right things, they definitely need to know, you know? And when I don't get that from other people, I'm getting it from myself. And they kind of, I don't want to say anyone views that a certain way, because I obviously can't understand what they're thinking without asking. But what it seems like is that, in general, in the way that humans interact, they seem to want to prevent people from looking at themselves critically, and that kind of does a disservice to everyone. I also wanted to talk about fighting on stick, and I did do some competitive games on stick. I got mollywopped, obviously, because I'm learning a new system. And I think I kind of, at first I decided I wanted to improve on some of the other basics of the game before I switched to stick, but I've already done that, and I'm kind of still using that excuse. And Sin was actually talking to me about stick yesterday, and I think he wanted to kind of point out that I was making excuses, but he didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and do it for him. I am making excuses. It is really hard to put yourself back in progress just to try and give yourself a future advantage. So I definitely think I'm going to start playing on stick more often. I'm going to kind of force myself to just play through it. And that's pretty much all I had to say. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoy the fights. I'll see you next time.
Should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks. This and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. Let's fight again once you've got some more training. Okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness. A reflection of the emptiness, hilarious. You think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior.
You'll be sorry if you go easy on me just because I'm a girl.
I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got. It was built to last, yeah. Never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. Are you ready? I will never slow down. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you want to talk, yeah, I hate this. I always show up and make a statement. I will never slow down. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the If it moves, gotta grab it. Feels like I'm running. I ain't playing God. If you want to I'ma work mine. Taste sour, you should taste mine. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. Never gonna look back, 'cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast.